Allow me to share a small secret with you all to generate wealth that endures for generations. Finding the perfect asset is crucial to cultivate and sustain long-term wealth. Another crucial element needs to be satisfied. In this video we will discuss what that component is. I'd like to explore how investing in assets like XRP could potentially generate wealth for future generations, a topic often overlooked or left to chance. Additionally, cryptocurrency investors are poised to benefit from a transformative asset class that has the power to drastically alter the financial landscape. However, if you fail to take this one action, it's quite possible that even if you invest in the ideal asset, you won't be able to generate wealth for future generations from it. I aim to provide you with some examples in this video. I want to start by explaining how people have invested in assets throughout history to produce wealth that has been passed down through generations. This video, along with a clip that you all possess, I believe holds significant value. Comprehending the psychological aspects of investing is crucial. I believe that people in the cryptocurrency space often overlook us, even though many of us have put a lot of effort into finding our investments within the XRP community. We anticipate that XRP will be a digital asset that fundamentally transforms the financial landscape. We are aware of the several industries that the internet has upended. These industries include communication, commerce, and transportation. The internet has completely disrupted all these industries, yet it hasn't yet affected the way money moves within the financial system. For this reason, guys, we think that XRP and other digital currencies can be crucial in improving the financial system's track record. We've already put in the effort to find this asset, but there's still something else you must do if you want to create wealth for future generations. If your true intention is to hold on to this asset and watch the gains grow, I want to start by introducing you to someone who has successfully implemented this strategy in their portfolio. This rather humorous video shows a man who bought Bitcoin in 2013 and kept it until 2021. However, I want to discuss a very significant lesson that you may learn from this film and apply to your own circumstances, so please pay close attention. Everyone is curious, did he invest in Bitcoin, which is currently trading at $111? Come on, let's be honest. What kind of investment did I make? That is my question. I think sometimes the best thing to do is to do nothing and trust that your theory will come true. I hope you all enjoyed this update, guys. You made sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video, because these two things will be of enormous assistance to me. Gathered together, huddled, and made additional purchases. Gentlemen, this video is somewhat amusing, however we must extract a critical lesson from it. I've reassessed everything, and this has proven to be the best financial decision I've ever made in my life. You simply purchase, manage, and retain those valuable assets. This individual, like many of you, merely identified an asset and developed an investment thesis. He lacked any specialized knowledge or exceptional intelligence. He made his investment decisions based on the asset's potential future value, and at the same time, he was buying Bitcoin. Everyone was asserting that Bitcoin was worthless. It was being said by everyone it was a hoax, as everyone had informed him. He knew he should avoid Bitcoin, yet he nevertheless bought it because of his vision for what it might grow into in the future. Many of the people I speak with daily find it difficult to put themselves in the shoes of others who have achieved success in the past. Many people I speak with express, "Oh, I hope I get lucky with my digital asset, just like other people have," but they fail to realize that new investments and opportunities to make money always arise. One such example is the stock market. Examine, there are hundreds of assets in the cryptocurrency market that have increased in value by tens of thousands of % during your lifetime. All you need to do is gain a conviction to own these assets. You need a thesis. Early on throughout his adult life, he has observed. This film portrays a man who developed an investment thesis around Bitcoin and was forced to follow it. Despite hearing what everyone had to say, they told him he was mistaken and that he should have bought Bitcoin when the price action was spooky or stagnant. But what he actually did was develop an investment philosophy unrelated to short-term price fluctuations. He realized that it would take time for the market as a whole to understand what he already knew. Eventually, the price would rise and reach heights that he probably didn't think were feasible. What other important lessons should we draw from this situation? Well, why didn't he sell? Okay, so why didn't he sell when the value of his Bitcoin was twice that of other people's? You may have heard me mention my Bitcoin holdings at the beginning, but I also decided to discard them. First off, his investing thesis did not rely on arbitrary prices, which is why he was able to hang on to his Bitcoin the entire time. Their long-term investment thesis was that Bitcoin was a new currency that would only grow in importance, so your investment would be based on the long-term need for an asset like Bitcoin rather than arbitrary returns. The argument suggested that starting in 2013, Bitcoin would gain significant value and importance annually. The question was, would you sell before realizing that your investment thesis would change? I'd like to show you all an XRP chart. I will essentially simulate this exact situation on an investment you both own, as I believe it will be slightly higher. I find it fascinating to look at early XRP and how the XRP community today might have reacted. For this reason, I love to visit the XRP price chart and go back in time, guys. To respond to what you're seeing at this moment, XRP is trading for less than a penny. At this price, it has traded sideways without volume for over 5 years, was motionless while everyone screamed bankers were using XRP, a cryptocurrency that disappeared. While everyone was yelling, given that XRP's value was declining while all other digital assets were experiencing growth, it was clearly a failure. Why would you keep XRP if it weren't there, guys? If your investment thesis had been based on XRP's current price movement and you had adhered to other people's theories, you would have sold the stock instead of holding on to it. However, if your thesis had focused on XRP's transformational value to the financial system and its usefulness to financial institutions and facilitating money transfers, you would have retained the stock and experienced one of the most parabolic movements in the history of the cryptocurrency industry. It completely washes away, and its effects on a price chart are difficult to comprehend. The initial price movement. It's important to remember that investing in XRP is difficult. In the beginning, you had to cope with the unpleasantness of being the first. The same reasoning applies to what we are searching for today. Many people wish they had bought XRP when the price was already moving, but it was too late to reap the benefits for a digital asset like XRP. We are still in the very early stages. There is still no widespread adoption, no legislation, and no big institutions willing to invest substantial sums of money in this asset class. In the early stages of XRP's existence, people were alarmed because the price wasn't moving. Them were becoming frightened due to the additional coins, guys. Those who are worried totally forget that we're advancing faster. The early price action for XRP indicates that investing solely on price action doesn't really tell you whether or not to buy. Those excessively focused on price action are likely to sell their investments prematurely, as they lack a fundamental understanding of what XRP truly represents. Eventually, I'd like to present a more conventional example using Apple stock. As you can see, I'm uncertain about the iPhone's initial release date. In the highlighted area of the chart, I believe that a genius is required to understand Apple. Consider the iPhone in 2000. These companies could become significant in the future. As soon as I watched one of these stocks double in value, this was acceptable. If Apple had sold out well and increased its price from $3 to $6, you would have made 100% profit. That's all well and good. However, as I stated at the start of the video, the creation of generational wealth and long-term sustainable wealth does not stem from trading stocks or cryptocurrency. Instead, it stems from a belief that this business or asset has the potential to fundamentally change the course of history. Do we observe those who did nothing but hold on to Apple? They didn't try to overcomplicate things. Indeed, it has grown. It continues to do so today, up to 8,000%. Surely it wasn't that difficult. You only need to glance at Apple to understand the complexity. Inventing the iPhone and accepting it they're about to take over in one way or another. Let's monitor the situation closely as it unfolds to see if they continue to maintain their dominance. This data reveals that the number of terrifying incidents was relatively low. The trend remained consistently upward and to the right throughout the entire journey, with Bitcoin on the rise. What is the most important investment development lesson? Knowing you have it helps you survive thrilling and terrifying moments. Perhaps you understand the asset and aren't worried about the future, but you're not acting irrationally out of greed. You may aim for a return of 20 to 30% or even 100% based on your investment theory. For me, XRP significantly surpasses those temporary profits. XRP doubling doesn't bother me. XRP's increase doesn't concern me. I say this 3 times because in my opinion XRP should not be a commodity. Rather, I want it to be a revolutionary component of the financial system that will occur within the next day or two. This is not something that will happen overnight, rather it will take time. Fortunately, I can monitor the market to track XRP's trajectory during this transformation and assess the strength of my investment thesis, allowing me to modify my investment strategies accordingly, taking into account the current market conditions. Individuals who discover transformative assets at an early stage are notable. According to my observation, typically they face challenges, but once they overcome these obstacles and make the right decisions, I have observed numerous successful individuals. This film aims to demonstrate that discovering the next big thing isn't a daunting task, and it's actually more visible than you might imagine. People often panic and sell their properties too soon, lacking the courage to recognize that they may have discovered the next outstanding opportunity. Many believe that the majority of individuals make the mistake of becoming overly anxious, frightened, or selling their homes too soon. Then, as you can see in the video, you have the option of arriving early. Similar to what others have experienced, you can arrive early if you discover a game-changing item that you believe has the potential to become the next big